How's it going? I'm Al Miessner here with GrandRC, and I'm going to show you guys how to make your own Spektrum module work with a Futaba 8FG radio. You want to just come over here to the bench. What I did is, if you look in the circuit board here, the diagram that I drew up, it's very simple. Excuse me here. I'll also take snapshots and filter it in the video, so you'll see them here in a second. But what I did was pull out the back of the 8FG trainer cord plug. This is basically what an example would look like. You can take them apart just like this and then cut off this trainer. This is the one I got from my simulator, and I made myself a nice little cup here and soldered up the back of the pins, the wires, and put them in order so I can get my Spektrum module to talk to my trainer cord with a lot of help from the internet and some like wiring. This is what we came up with. Looking at the trainer port, as you see here in this picture, you basically have to hold the radio upside down, and inside here, which I'll take a still shot in a second, here's your pin layout of 1, 2, 3. It actually works backwards, 4, 5, and 6. And then what you do is you'll have 1 is empty, which is listed as nothing that you need to be concerned with. Your 2 here is going to be your ground or black wire, which you wire in to number 4, which holding the module upside down here, and I'll take another still shot here. You'll mount it here out of the 5 pins. You'll mount it into the 4th hole. And you can just actually solder to one of the beads there. You'll take your 3rd wire, which is your PPM or your talking wire, which is white in this case. I used white for that. This is the one that communicates the signal. Take it from 3 on your pin here, and let's run it all the way down and put it to pin 1, which is the very first one here at this corner. After that, you can skip 4 for a second. We'll come back to that, and then we'll go back to 5, which is also your positive voltage out, or your red lead coming from your binder here. So coming out number 5, we'll take that. I ran it into a switch, which I mounted right here at the bottom. This allows you to turn the unit on and off. So you're not constantly using it, but I recommend you unplug it if it's not in use. Only when you're ready to bind something or fly something with the Spektrum module, then you can leave it plugged in. It's just easier, convenient to turn it on and off when you're flying. So aside from that, mounted the switch, and then coming off the switch, your positive terminal, you want to run 1 wire, which is this case is orange. Ran the orange positively to pin number 2, which is right here, right next to the white. I know it's already skewed because I sealed it, but you run it to number 2, pin number 2, and you run another lead from the same second half of the switch back to your trainer port, or back to this plug right here, to pin number 4. This allows it so when you hit the switch, it turns on your radio automatically, which I'll show you in the demo flight outside, or I'll show you right now as well. Once I plug in the module, as long as the module's turned off first, let's make sure it's turned off. Okay, module's turned off. Attach it, plug it in. Okay, so currently my radio's turned off. With just a flick of this switch, module comes on, and it automatically turned on my radio, as you can see, into trainer mode, and then it goes into, and I'm not transmitting RF signal. It's all being transmitted through the back of the RF. And just like this, turn it off, and so you can see the screen here. Turn it off just like that with the switch in the back. And that's all simple. But now you can see when the module, even though it's static and turned off, it still has a low voltage drain and continues to try to link to something even though there's no signal. So that's why I just say if you're not using it, just leave it disconnected or take it off, whichever you prefer. The Velcro works. Before you bind the unit to the back and then to any other helicopter, you need to do the setting in the radio while it's still in radio mode, not in the trainer mode. So you'll hit link twice. You'll set up your model type, which will be H1. You'll set up your frequency, which will be channel 7. You cannot use the multis, only channel 7. Your function will be listed as before. Channel 1 will now be throttle, so you have to reassign it there. Aileron, elevator, rudder, and then gyro number 5, pitch is number 6. So make sure you set it up that way for the transmitter portion of it. All right, and then as you can see, everything else is the same. Sub trims, all that good jazz to your liking. Endpoints are all set at 100. There's nothing special about those. And then you can set up your model side, which allows you to adjust your pitch curves to whichever mode you'd like to set it at. Normal mode, idle up, which you noticed I was a little more conservative, and idle up I went to 88 instead of 100. It is a pretty aggressive setting, so try that, see if you like it. You can go higher or lower from there, or go adjust it as you need to. And then of course there's idle up too, just for your preference. As far as your throttle curves are concerned, I started with normal mode, very mild. Then my idle ups were 85 for idle 1, just to get a feel for the helicopter, and then you can always bring it up to 100% afterwards. Now if it kicks off when you go to 100%, that means the frequency is too high for the helicopter to recognize. So you may need to dial the hundreds down to say 90, and that would be the equivalent to the helicopter's reading 100%. Okay, that's all I have. So have fun, and look forward to seeing you guys flying. Dealing with the radios currently turned off. I'm going to turn it over. The module is already in the on position, so all I'm going to do is plug it in. Automatically will turn on my radio and initialize. As soon as I get it plugged in here, automatically turns it into trainer mode. There you go, module's now active. Initialize the helicopter. It's bound, ready to fly. Just like that, very stable, very predictable. Everything works just like it should. A little breezy out here right now. Very nice flying though. All right. There you go.